Mountain Duo. They'll figure out which dews are overrated and rave about the flavors that they love. With a ranking scale that's way too complicated. It's Mountain Dew they're connoisseurs of. They'll compare different flavors of Mountain Dew. Make OGs and newbies go toe to toe. They'll tell stories about their crew and share the scores with you. They're Bob and Phil, and they are the Mountain Duo.
I'm Phil.
I'm Bob.
And we are
the Mountain Duo.
Let's go.
Let's go. We got a treat. Little, maybe out of season treat. Maybe not. Maybe it's the right season for it. I don't know. Y'all can make the decision. Decide or make the decision. Whatever it is. We're leaving it up to y'all. We're doing Mountain Dew Frostbite.
Frostbite, exclusive to Wal-Mart.
Yes.
Available in cans and sometimes 20-ounce bottles. Have you seen a 20-ounce?
Maybe 16.9 6-packs.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You might be right.
20 ounce, though. I don't know that I've ever seen that. Have you?
I feel like I have, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah. But it's in cans. The best form to enjoy Mountain Dew. So
it is. And
we've got it.
Most people have access to a Walmart. I think.
Yeah, there's a few of those.
There's a few of those. So it's not like one of those exclusives that's only in a handful of states or something. There's
right, like a little corner, nook and cranny of the country. It's the only people that are enjoying this flavor.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah.
Now, your local Walmart might not have it in stock.
Exactly. It has been months since I have seen Frostbite at my Walmart. This is actually my last can. But
Really?
It's probably been, man, and I've been hanging on to this one because I knew I was running low. So I haven't been able to buy it probably since August.
I'm just rubbing it in.
You probably don't go through them as much as I do. I'm
do
excited
not.
to review this one because I like this flavor quite a bit. I think it's one that goes down easy for me, and it's one that goes with everything, and I drink quite a bit of it. So
I typically think there's something a little off on it, but I'm excited to break it down here.
Me too.
And hear your take on it, and then kind of form my opinion after that. But
all right.
No, this is out of season because, kind of going back to what I started with, it's the middle of winter, and Shark Week is when?
In the summer.
Yeah. Middle of July, usually, right? So
right.
Sometimes you get Christmas in July, and sometimes you're going to get Shark Week
there's a big
in
shark
January
on the can, but also, there's some snow-covered trees. He's popping through ice, wind blowing snow. It looks like a blizzard. I think
you're kind of getting into it, so I'm going to just go ahead and do our
right,
category number one: package and design. Is it upside down?
No, you got it good.
All right.
I love the shark. I think they got it. I think they got it right with the ice and the snow. To me, it's a very refreshing drink. Officially on the can, it says naturally and artificially flavored dew. So it doesn't give us a hint of what kind of flavor it is there. Now,
right.
We did a little research and found that it possibly might be smooth melon, I think is what it said. Icy, refreshing, and smooth melon. So I don't know. I don't picture melons in the ice and the snow, but I do feel like they got it right though, because I do feel like this is a refreshing drink. I like it really cold. So I like the snow and the trees and the ice, and I do like the shark. And for packaging design, for those of you who don't know, we have 6 categories that we judge on a scale of 1 to 6. So the highest points possible would be 36. And for packaging design, I'm going to give it a 5. I like everything about it. I just wish they had a second mascot on there. They've got the shark. I think he's cool. I think it would have been awesome just to have, a little Yeti peeking out from behind one of those trees or something, something like that.
Yeti. Now we're talking.
Yeti, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So for my packaging and design, I gave it a 4. I like the blue, the cool blue color that's there. I think, I don't know. I think the shark's a little too realistic for me.
Not mascotty enough?
Yeah, I would like to see a more mascotty rendition there. But I do like my favorite part probably is the trees.
Yeah.
With the snow, that just kind of neat. Kind of makes me want to go skiing. I don't care for the cold weather that comes along with going skiing, in the wind on there. But yeah, I'm kind of with you. I wish there was another mascot, and I wish there were a little more cartoonish, over the top. I don't know. Just my opinion.
Okay.
4.
Well, that's why we each get to judge separately, because we each have our own
That's right.
opinions. Now we get to move on to the appearance of the drink, which means I get to open this one.
Solid.
And I've got the Mountain Dew chalice here.
It's pretty much a can color, huh?
Pretty close to the can color.
Yeah, that's an amazing looking color. That is making me really thirsty.
It's such a refreshing looking color.
Yeah.
It just makes you want to drink it.
I'm going to go ahead and give mine right now.
Me too.
On that pour, I'm giving it a 6. That is a really cool, blue, refreshing. I want to drink it.
I'm also giving it a 6 because same thing. Looks refreshing. It looks fantastic. I'm ready.
Golly. Yep. So that means I get to do mine now.
That's right.
Also, why I sped through that one.
Wow. Which means we move on to the taste and smell. So take a big
Smells
whiff there.
dewy. It does smell dewy. I think this might be better than I'm imagining.
Do you smell any melon when you're smelling?
I don't know that melon is like a strong smell, is it?
Maybe. I don't think melon has a good smell.
What's melon?
Picture like
when someone says melon, what do you looking? Watermelon?
So I mean, you have watermelon.
Muskmelon?
You have watermelon, but usually people will say watermelon. But then I picture like the most common ones for me at least are honeydew and cantaloupe. Those are the melons.
Is one of those green and one of them's orange, or what's the difference?
Yep. Yeah. And they have kind of a distinct smell, which I think is not great. Kind of smells like
earthy,
like dirt, like old dish rags or something.
Okay. Can we drink it?
Yeah, let's drink it. Okay.
This is not what I remember it tasting like.
Well, maybe you should stop letting all those cans just sit around and you should crack one open every once in a while.
Right? That's interesting. It is very refreshing.
It is. I
I don't know. I'm going to slosh it. I'm going to do some sloshing while you talk.
Okay. This one, I feel like this flavor, I mentioned this a little bit as we were getting into it. I feel like this flavor kind of goes with a lot of things. Like this is a Mountain Dew that I have a lot of times with meals, or just on its own in the afternoon. I'll grab one or whatever for a little snack. I think it's good with summer foods. I think it's good with winter foods. I feel like it's pretty versatile and very refreshing. And I have my score for taste and smell.
Man. Go ahead. Give your score.
I gave it a 5. Gave it a 5. It's a pretty strong score for me.
There's something a little off to it to me. But it's not as strong as it used to be off, because it used to be immediately like, this is oh man, no, I wish I was already done with this and moved on. But today, I'm telling you, it is something.
So
Go
ahead.
The off might be off because it's kind of giving me a cleaning supply
How old is your kid?
vibe. It's 3 months expired,
Okay.
so well within acceptable to my 3 months exactly, October 2nd.
So I mentioned that it's been a while since I've been able to purchase this. Mm-hmm. This can expired in July. It's been a half a year since I've been able to buy Frostbite.
But I think it's more that it kind of reminisces, like, reminds me of cleaning.
Of cleaning.
It's not that I'm tasting it. It's not that it's like, oh, this is cleaning supplies that I'm drinking or something like that. It's like some Fabuloso, which smells amazing or something. I don't know. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's good. I like it. It's very smooth. It is a smooth melon. And when you slosh it, I think you do get a little melon. So I'm kind of between a 4 and a 5. And I think I'm going to go with a 4.
Okay.
Just because there's just that one little something that's, I don't know, off to me. Not that it's bad. I will be drinking more of these moving forward. I will tell you that much right now. Do you mix this one with anything?
I'm not against it. I don't know if I'm sure that I have, because I've got this big Yeti here, and when I put a little ice in there, it'll hold 2 cans exactly.
I'm wondering what it would
Nice.
mix with a major melon.
That might be pretty good.
Because major melon sometimes can be a little much.
Yeah.
And I think this can smooth that out a little bit.
Tone it down just a little. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I would love to see.
I might try that.
I would love to see how this compares to the honeydew Mountain Dew. That's the Canadian.
Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Why do they do that? Why do they
If anybody has access
make it
to that,
only in certain areas? Come on, people.
if anybody has access to that honeydew Mountain Dew, let us know. We'd
I don't think they're. Is it going out of? I think it was just a limited time, or it's
I think it was
going by.
time,
I think, or
maybe,
something.
I don't
So
know. Maybe somebody still has some.
ain't gonna be around.
If we could get 2 cans, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I gave it a 5. You gave it a 4?
Yep.
Okay. So let's move on to the next category, which is the mouthfeel.
I mean, it feels good in the mouth.
It does. I'm trying to see if there's a film. I mean, there's maybe a little film, but it's not like a bad film. It's just like a...
It's just like I want to drink more film.
Right. Yeah, it makes you want to take another drink. Oh, man. I'm going to try a little sloshing now.
Yeah. I think it's smooth. There's no bite at all on my tongue. It's just as I'm swallowing it as a finish, it just reminds me of something that I can't quite. It might not be cleaning supplies. It might not be. I don't know. It's something along those lines, but I don't know what it reminds me of. Reminds me of something. I'm gonna go with a 5 on the mouthfeel.
I'm also going with a 5 on the mouthfeel. And that brings us to the dewness.
Which I'm a little torn on this one now because I've kind of given a bunch of things some scores for the dewness.
Right.
I think it smells like dew.
Yeah, you mentioned it right away when you took a smell. It smells like dew. It smells dewy.
But after having the hard Mountain Dew, my dewiness scale is completely out of whack. Because I've given some good scores on some dewness to some drinks that were not anywhere near the dewness of the hard Mountain Dew.
Right.
So now I don't want to because now that the scale's all screwed up for me, this is like a 2 when it would be a 4 or a 5 typically,
Right. You have to keep in mind that the hard Mountain Dew that we tried last week, go back and watch that video from last week. Excuse me. Still getting over that holiday sickness, but
yeah, we kept the New Year's Eve party going for another day or two and reviewed some hard Mountain Dew last week. Go back and check it out.
But keep in mind that hard Mountain Dew is original flavor, which is
That's right.
kind of what we judge the dewness off of. So it should be a little bit more dewy than the rest.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'll give it a 4
I'm also going to give it a 4.
for my dewness.
I definitely think it's one of those ones where if someone handed me a drink and said, "Hey, what is this?" and I took a little sip, right away I'd be able to, "Hey, that's some kind of flavored Mountain Dew. Let me dial down what flavor that is." But it's definitely a Mountain Dew. So
Is this going to be a 2-can show for me?
if it is, I'm a little jealous because I'm trying to nurse my way through 1 can because that's all I've got forever.
I've got 5 sitting on the desk and I've got 2 more in the fridge. That's how little I drink mine. Not anymore.
Have you seen it at Walmart lately?
Yeah, yes, when we announced to the world on the Baja Blast nationwide release,
Right.
full time now. You can go get it at all your favorite Mountain Dew places because everyone's posting it now. But I just happened to be at Walmart, and the Mountain Dew guy was stocking it, and I came around the corner. I wasn't there to get Mountain Dew, but every time I go into a grocery store or Walmart or whatever, I do walk down just to look at the supply, what's going on, how much do they have, what flavors are on the shelves. And I turned the corner, and the guy was putting the Baja Blast. I said, "Whoa!" He looked. He's like, "What?" He's like, "Is this the nationwide release of Baja Blast?" He's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "It's supposed to be coming out in January. They're supposed to be full go with this. It's supposed to be not a limited time summer flavor anymore. It's supposed to be year round." And he's like, "Yeah, I guess so. I've been having a bunch of it." I'm like. And so then I was like, "Oh, I'm going to take a picture." So he's like, put them up there. I took a picture. I was like, "Let me get a picture of the bottle." He's like, "Oh, the 16.9. It's like, come around here. On the next row over, I still got the 20-ounce bottles in the packages. I haven't been up to the coolers up front yet. And so I took a picture of that. And so he was kind of getting into it. But on our video, one of the comments was, oh, it must be nice to have Frostbite sitting on the shelf. I didn't really pay any attention to it, but it is. I went back and I looked at the pictures, and yeah, they had Frostbite on the shelves.
Well, I had kind of a similar experience because when I was in Cheyenne for Christmas, visiting some of my wife's family, my wife said, hey, we need to go pick up some groceries to take over to Christmas dinner. I said, we better go to Walmart because I thought, I'm going to go see if they have some Frostbite. So we walked into Walmart. She started grabbing some groceries. I said, I'll be right back. I went back to the soda aisle there to try to see if I could find some Frostbite, which struck out. Didn't find any Frostbite, but that's where I found the cans of Livewire. It was right there in the Walmart in Cheyenne. So kind of a similar thing. Looking for one thing, found something else. But
that's right. Yeah, I wasn't really looking for anything, but
right.
We did get a bunch of comments on that too because people can't find Livewire in cans or Livewire for that matter.
Yeah.
Luckily, here in the DFW, we have a constant supply of 20-ounce bottles of it. I just can't get cans. I got to get that shipped in. But
yep, same here. I see cans. I see bottles of it all the time. Can't find cans.
Now you know where to go. Cheyenne. Just a couple-hour drive if I really want some Livewire in cans instead of bottles. It's worth it, in my opinion.
Well, if Walmart has
definitely worth that drive.
If Walmart has a really good deal on 12 packs, I might be making that drive. But
right
while I was there was no deal, and they were $7.50 a piece. So just a couple for me.
Yeah, these prices.
Yeah. All right. Well, did we give our scores for Dunas? I can't remember. You got a visitor?
Yeah, I do.
Special guest appearance on the podcast?
No.
No? Was a dog?
Nope. Not as my wife.
Oh, okay.
She just came in here and I'm like,
she doesn't want to join us?
No. She thinks we're crazy.
Yeah, mine too. Weird. Comment below. Do you think we're crazy or do you think this is awesome? Comment only if you think it's awesome.
Yeah, we don't want the. Yeah.
All right.
Some points with the home team.
Dunas, you gave it a 4. I gave it a 4. I don't know if you said that or not.
Yep, you're copying.
Okay, so that brings
the last 5 categories.
That moves us on to the name, Frostbite.
I was drinking it while you were talking about the Livewire. Maybe it's a Gatorade flavor that it reminds me of. It's something.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just I drank this so long ago. It's just remind me of that time. Ain't no telling.
The last time you drank it, you were like cleaning the house or something, and then that's all it's bringing you back to.
Yeah, it is a very fresh, smooth flavor.
It is.
It's good.
Yeah.
And it's gone. So I can now say that it's good till the last drop.
All right. Well, what do you say about the name though? Does Frostbite sound like a good name for this drink?
So Frost, Gatorade, which is a PepsiCo product, had a Frost series. I don't know if they still do or not, but they had a couple Frost flavors. I don't know if this is supposed to be a tie-in to that. I don't know. I've never heard anyone say that there was a connection between those, but those were like a similar in color. There was a white chalky one, but then there was like a bluish, greenish one, and they were kind of that pastel, kind of that blue color there. So, but I've always said that if it doesn't tell me what it is, and I don't know what I'm drinking, it's not getting the best points possible. And before we went live, I was like, what flavor is this? because it just says artificially or naturally and artificially flavored dew. I'm like, well, what in the heck? So it doesn't even tell me what I'm getting into.
Right.
Just tells me that they've artificially flavored my natural flavored dew. I don't know. So I don't think I can give it a lot of good points on this one. I get the bite. It ties in with the artwork with the, I guess the frost kind of comes in with the snow but frost is not snow. That's a whole different thing, right?
Yeah.
Because you get like frost on your windows or on your roof in the morning, and
Right. But frostbite is something that you get in extreme
when you're standing
cold
out in the snow.
temperatures. Right. Extreme cold for extended time, stuff like that.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
I'm going to go a little higher on the name. So I'm right there with you where I like it to tell me what it is.
Yeah, even if it just in the tagline underneath said this is smooth melon.
Right. However, when we looked at this and said naturally and artificially dew flavor or flavored dew, well, my response to that was, that's right. Like to me, like when I drink this, I don't taste melon. I don't taste, raspberry. I just it tastes like a artificially flavored light blue to me. Yeah. A refreshing, cool blue taste.
What was the one that had was it the coloring or something? I can't remember. One of them that we did, I don't know. I'll think of it later on. Text you.
Did I taste the color or something or what?
There was like coloring, but the way that they worded it, we're like, oh yeah, this definitely smells like a whatever kind of color that they said. It was just kind of silly the way they worded it, and we kind of laughed at it, but I can't remember it now.
Huh. But yeah,
I gotta do math.
I think this tastes like frostbite to me. Like a Mountain Dew frostbite may not be specific to any fruit or flavor profile, but it is kind of artificial and natural flavored. I think it kind of fits it. So for the name, I gave it a 5. And I'll do my math now too.
Yeah, I got to do it a couple times here because I'm all over the place. I like it when I have a lot of 5s, straight 5s. That's easy for me to add up, or like a lot of 6s. I just add those up real quick and then just add in a 3 or a 4 or whatever. But I'm all over the board today, and it's not helping me. What you got?
Well, I made it easy for myself because I had 4 5s, and then I had a 6 and a 4. So
see,
mine came to 30.
Dang, son. You are not messing around today.
So, well, I'll let you finish your score here. I'll let you announce your score, and then I'll continue.
26.
26. Okay. Well, this is a good, solid score for me as a 30. I know we both get the question all the time. People find out, hey, you guys are the Mountain Duo? What's your favorite Mountain Dew? Right? You get it all the time.
Yep.
Which is a very hard question to answer for us. So,
man, that's so good.
It is. I will usually explain to people that there's a kind of a top 3, top 5. Some things come in and out. I'll let people know, like, hey, I usually have a top 3 or 5 that are kind of my favorites at the time. Changes seasonally, but these are the drinks that are most consistently in my top 5. So things like Code Red, Original, stuff like that. So that's kind of how I explain my favorite Mountain Dew. That's my answer to that question. But that being said, Frostbite is definitely one of the ones that appears in my top 5 from time to time. So it's been up in the running there. So that matches pretty well with my score of 30 out of 36 there.
This has not ever been in my top 5. I would never have said it. It may slip itself in there at a certain point. And maybe I need to bump it up a little bit higher in the taste and smell. I'm going to stick with what I have right now, but maybe I'll do a flash review this summer
Yeah.
when I'm drinking a little bit more or something like that, and maybe it'll be bumped up, but I don't think it's up there with Baja Blast, Spark, Livewire right now to get into that top 5, because Code Red and Original are there.
Yeah.
Is it better than Pitch Black? I don't think I like this better than Pitch Black. I think I like Pitch Black.
Well, and then you got to throw some other things in the mix, like Purple Thunder and stuff like that.
Oh, we need to review that.
We do. Let's do that sometime soon.
Yeah, and that Froster.
And that Froster.
She got behind you.
Look how good that thing looks.
I know. It looks delicious.
Did I tell you guys about this thing? I walked into Circle K, and I can't remember what I was looking for. Oh, I think I was, I don't know, maybe I was just going to get some Purple Thunder or something, and all the machines were broken. And then I saw this thing like wound up, rolled up next to the machine, that kind of stuffed in between two of the Froster machines. And so I grabbed the guy that was working there. I was like, hey, what's the plan with this thing? He's like, I don't know. I don't even think it fits on any of our machines. I think this probably just got stuck there and it's probably going to get thrown away. And I was like, may I take that home? He's like, sure.
I'll dispose of it for you.
Yeah. So
meanwhile, the manager for the last 3 months has been going, where is that? I know I had another one. I put it right here. Has anyone seen this? And the guy's like, doo-doo-doo.
Well, when that Purple Thunder Froster came out, they had the big launch, and they had the T-shirts that all the Circle K employees were supposed to wear and all that stuff. And one of the Circle K by my work, that manager, every time I see him, he always says, hey, I haven't found those T-shirts yet. Because he got them, and I knew they were coming, and I asked him if I could have one.
Yeah.
Or if anybody didn't want theirs, that I could buy it from them or something. And he's like, I don't know what I did with those. He's like, I didn't give them out yet because I wasn't sure if they were supposed to wear them at work or just supposed to take them home. And he's like, once I find them, I'll let you know. And he still hasn't, every time I see him, still haven't found those T-shirts yet. So
3X for me.
Yeah, 3X for you? Okay.
Will you get one? I got one. It's a 4X. Because I got 2-1 and that's all they had. And I was like,
maybe toss it in the dryer on high heat and see if he can make it a 3X.
It's like, dang. I mean, they rarely make 3Xs. So how did the promotion decide they were going to make 4Xs and ship those out? That's pretty wild.
They must have had someone make a special order and then they didn't pick up or something. They just had it sitting around.
And I will tell you this. The logo looks kind of small on it.
Because it's a 4X?
Well, yeah, the logo's the same size. You know, they make one screen print, and it's going to go on children's size shirts to however big they're going to make them. And, when you get the 4X, and it's like a full-size blanket holding up, the logo's like this big on it. You're like, what is that? Oh, well.
Yeah. All right.
Still pretty cool.
Yeah. We'll have to do Purple Thunder sometime soon. But.
Yep. You know what time it is.
It is. I'm Phil.
I'm Bob.
And we are
the Mountain Duo. Slam it! Thank y'all.
Thank you. See ya.